This tribute honors legendary wrestlers we've lost, celebrating their unforgettable impact on wrestling. Their passion and dedication continue to inspire fans worldwide. We also bring you emotional updates on Aleister Black, whose recent news has deeply resonated with many. Join us as we reflect on their remarkable legacies, cherish their memories, and honor their contributions. Subscribe now to keep their stories alive and ensure their influence is never forgotten. Silver King, born César Cuauhtémoc González Barón, made a name for himself in the vibrant and exhilarating world of Mexican Lucha Libre, a legacy he inherited from his father, the iconic Dr. Wagner. Known for his striking silver mask and incredible technical ability, Silver King quickly earned recognition as one of the sport's premier grapplers. His dedication to mastering the art of wrestling propelled him through the ranks, and it wasn't long before his talents caught the attention of international promotions, most notably World Championship Wrestling, WCW. There, he showcased his skills on a global stage, competing against some of the biggest names in the industry. In his native Mexico, Silver King formed a legendary tag team with El Texano, a pairing that would dominate the Lucha Libre circuit. The duo won numerous tag team championships, thrilling fans with their high-flying moves and flawless in-ring chemistry. Their dynamic partnership became a hallmark of Lucha Libre during the 1990s, and their matches were a testament to Silver King's versatility and showmanship. Beyond wrestling, Silver King was also a talented actor, appearing in several films and TV shows. His most notable role came in the 2006 comedy Nacho Libre, where he starred alongside Jack Black, further endearing him to audiences worldwide. However, his promising career came to a tragic and untimely end during a match in London. At the age of 51, Silver King collapsed in the ring, and it was later determined that he had suffered a heart attack. His sudden death shocked the wrestling community, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire future generations of luchadors. The incident served as a stark reminder of the physical toll that wrestling takes on its athletes. Silver King's contributions to both wrestling and entertainment will never be forgotten, and he remains cherished by fans across the globe. Bushwhacker Butch, born Robert Miller on October 21st, 1944, in Auckland, New Zealand, was a beloved professional wrestler known for his lively and comedic persona. He rose to fame as one half of the tag team duo, the Bushwhackers, alongside his partner Luke Williams. The duo became iconic in the late 1980s and 1990s in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, captivating fans with their unique style and fun-loving antics, especially their signature marching entrance. Before teaming with Luke, Butch had already made a name for himself in various wrestling territories, including New Zealand and Australia. In the 1970s, he and Luke initially formed the Sheepherders, a team known for their intense and aggressive in-ring style. While their earlier persona was more ruthless, the transformation into the Bushwhackers, marked by their playful and exaggerated movements, was a key moment in their careers, solidifying them as fan favorites. Butch and Luke's charisma was evident during their TV appearances, where they blended humor with wrestling. Their infectious personalities helped elevate them to stardom as they participated in numerous high-profile matches and rivalries, particularly in the WWF's tag team division. Butch Miller remained involved in the wrestling world until his passing at the age of 78. His death was attributed to complications following a series of strokes, which had affected his health in his later years. Despite these challenges, Butch's impact on the wrestling community remains significant. He is fondly remembered for his contributions to the sport, particularly his ability to bring joy and laughter to fans around the world. The Bushwhackers remain a cherished part of wrestling history, representing fun, energy, and entertainment. Gil Hayes, born on October 20th, 1939, was a highly respected and influential figure in the world of professional wrestling. With a career that spanned from the 1960s through the 1970s, Hayes was known for his dynamic in-ring performances and magnetic charisma. He became a standout performer across various regional wrestling promotions throughout the United States, where he built a loyal fan base with his engaging persona and technical prowess. Hayes was celebrated not only for his wrestling skills, but also for his ability to connect with audiences. Whether portraying a beloved hero or a villainous antagonist, his versatility allowed him to capture the hearts of fans on both sides of the wrestling spectrum. His performances were marked by a deep understanding of storytelling and psychology, which earned him widespread admiration from his peers and fellow wrestlers. This made him not only a respected competitor, but also a revered figure within the wrestling community. Behind the scenes, Hayes played a crucial role in mentoring the next generation of wrestlers. His extensive knowledge of the industry and commitment to the craft made him a valuable resource for aspiring talents, shaping the careers of many stars who followed in his footsteps. His contributions went beyond the ring, making him a beloved figure at wrestling conventions and events, where fans and fellow professionals would gather to reminisce about his career. Sadly, Hayes passed away at the age of 85, leaving behind a legacy that transcends his in-ring achievements. He died from complications related to his long battle with cancer, a disease that had quietly taken its toll on his health in his later years. Despite his passing, Gil Hayes' impact on the wrestling world remains undeniable, as his influence continues to be felt by those he inspired throughout his storied career. Eddie Graham, born Edward Gossett on January 15, 1930, was a highly regarded professional wrestler and influential promoter, known for his technical skill and sharp business instincts. He began his wrestling career in the late 1940s and quickly gained recognition for his exceptional in-ring ability and captivating charisma. After joining Vince McMahon Sr.'s Capital Wrestling Corporation, the precursor to WWE, he became a fixture in the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, where his tough persona and strategic psychology made him a favorite among fans. In 1961, at the age of 31, Graham moved to Florida, where he would make his most lasting impact on the industry. Partnering with promoter Cowboy Luttrell, he transformed championship wrestling from Florida, CWF, into one of the most successful and respected wrestling territories in the United States. Graham's innovative booking style, which focused on realism and compelling storytelling, helped elevate CWF to prominence. His leadership was instrumental in shaping the careers of many future wrestling stars, including Dusty Rhodes, Jack Briscoe, and Kevin Sullivan. In addition to his success as a promoter, Graham served as president of the NWA, where he earned a reputation for advocating for wrestler safety and pushing for innovation within the industry. However, Graham's personal life was marred by struggles, including battles with depression and financial difficulties. Tragically, Eddie Graham's life came to an end at the age of 55 when he died by suicide, reportedly due to the overwhelming toll of personal and professional hardships. Despite his untimely passing, Eddie Graham's legacy remains a defining force in professional wrestling. His contributions continue to influence the industry, and in 2008, he was posthumously inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, cementing his place in wrestling history as both a legendary performer and visionary promoter. Jim Crockett Jr. was a major player in the world of professional wrestling, and he's probably best known for his work as a promoter and executive within the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, during the 1980s. Born on April 5, 1939, in Charlotte, North Carolina, Jim was the son of Jim Crockett Sr., who founded Crockett Promotions, a company that would later become a big name in wrestling. When Jim Jr. took over the family business in the 70s, he quickly turned it into one of the most prominent promotions of its time, known as Jim Crockett Promotions, JCP. Under his leadership, JCP took off. He helped promote some of the biggest wrestling events of the era and was responsible for developing massive talents like Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, and the legendary Four Horsemen. His big idea, Starrcade, became one of the first annual wrestling events that set the stage for future shows and helped make wrestling more mainstream. Crockett's vision also led to major growth as he used television programming and live events to push the popularity of the sport to new heights. Crockett also made moves to grow his company by acquiring smaller promotions, expanding his influence across the country. But trying to compete with the WWF came at a cost. The financial strain from trying to keep up with the larger company eventually caught up with him, leading to JCP being sold to Turner Broadcasting in 1988, which became part of World Championship Wrestling, WCW. He worked briefly with WCW before stepping away. Despite the financial difficulties, Jim Crockett Jr.'s legacy in wrestling is huge. He was known for his deep passion for the sport, developing talent, and creating moments that still resonate in the wrestling world. Sadly, Jim passed away at the age of 81 after a battle with cancer, leaving behind a wrestling empire and a history that will never be forgotten. Mike Sharp, born on October the 28th, 1951, was a Canadian professional wrestler whose career spanned more than 2 decades, leaving an indelible mark on the wrestling industry. With his imposing physique and relentless work ethic, Sharp became a familiar face in numerous wrestling promotions, most notably in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, during the 1980s and early 1990s. He quickly earned a reputation as a skilled and dependable performer who could elevate those around him in the ring. Sharp's wrestling career began in the late 1970s, where he initially honed his craft and established himself as a highly capable competitor. Known for his technical prowess, Sharp's signature move, the sharpshooter, showcased his impressive agility and expertise. He found himself competing alongside and against some of the most renowned figures in the wrestling world, such as Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, and Jake, the Snake Roberts. Despite never winning a major championship title, Sharp was respected for his consistent performances and his ability to generate excitement in the ring. Though he did not claim gold during his career, Sharp's commitment to the sport was unwavering. He was known for his reliability, professionalism, and his contributions to other wrestlers' development. His engaging personality and dedication to the craft made him a beloved figure among fans and colleagues alike. Mike Sharp passed away at the age of 64. His death was attributed to complications related to chronic health issues, including heart disease. Sharp's passing marked the end of an era for many fans who had followed his journey. However, his legacy endures in the memories of those who admired his work ethic, his contributions to professional wrestling, and his lasting influence on the industry. His contributions will continue to resonate with the wrestling world, ensuring his place in its storied history. Matt Travis, born on August 5, 1994, was an up-and-coming American professional wrestler who was making waves in the wrestling world before his life was tragically cut short at just 25 years old. Known for his electrifying in-ring style and magnetic charisma, Matt quickly captured the hearts of fans and peers alike, earning a reputation as a rising star on the independent circuit. He got his start in local promotions, where his athleticism and love for the sport were on full display. His high-energy matches and genuine passion for wrestling allowed him to stand out among the crowd. One of his most notable associations was with the Evolve promotion, where his exciting matches and natural connection with the audience truly shone. His drive to constantly improve his craft was clear. Matt was always pushing himself, whether it was honing his skills in singles matches or teaming up with fellow rising stars for thrilling tag team bouts. His versatility made him a fan favorite, and his promise seemed limitless. However, Matt's promising career and life were tragically cut short. While walking home, Matt was struck by a vehicle in a heartbreaking accident. The sudden loss left the wrestling world in shock and mourning, as fans and colleagues alike grieved the loss of a bright talent whose journey had only just begun. The circumstances surrounding his death were deeply tragic, and the impact of his untimely passing continues to be felt within the wrestling community. Though Matt's time in the spotlight was brief, his influence on independent wrestling and the lives he touched with his performances remain. His legacy serves as a poignant reminder of the preciousness of life and the importance of cherishing every single moment. Tom Budgen, better known to WWE fans as Aleister Black, stands out as one of professional wrestling's most enigmatic and artistically driven figures. Born on May 19, 1985, in Alkmaar, Netherlands, Budgen carved out a reputation for himself across various wrestling promotions in Europe before making a significant impact on the global stage. His imposing presence, martial arts-infused wrestling style, and dark, gothic persona have all contributed to an aura that is both mysterious and captivating. While his career trajectory in WWE has showcased periods of both triumph and turbulence, his recent return to the SmackDown brand in 2025 has reignited discussions surrounding his future and well-being in the company. From Europe to WWE, establishing a unique identity. Before stepping onto the WWE stage, Tom Budgen built a strong reputation in the European wrestling scene. He competed in prominent promotions such as Insane Championship Wrestling, ICW, Westside Extreme Wrestling, WXW, and Progress Wrestling. In these arenas, Budgen refined his in-ring skills, incorporating a distinctive blend of kickboxing and strong-style wrestling that became his signature. His character work often involved psychological depth and visual storytelling, drawing from occult imagery, which gave him an edge rarely seen in mainstream wrestling. His early work caught the attention of WWE, which signed him in 2016. Budgen was rebranded as Aleister Black and made his WWE debut in the NXT brand in 2017. It was here that he rose to prominence, quickly becoming one of NXT's top stars. His entrance, marked by a slowly rising platform and haunting music, set the tone for a character who lived in shadows and struck with calculated brutality. His in-ring debut against Andrade Cien Almas at NXT TakeOver, Orlando received widespread acclaim, and he would later go on to win the NXT Championship in 2018. Transition to the main roster, success and setbacks. Black's transition to the main WWE roster in 2019 was met with optimism. Fans were eager to see how his unique persona would translate on a larger stage. Initially introduced as part of a tag team with Ricochet, and later presented as a singles competitor on SmackDown and Raw, Aleister Black seemed poised for a major push. His matches were intense, filled with explosive striking and dramatic flair, and his character continued to evolve with cryptic promos and a brooding presence. However, Black's time on the main roster was also marked by inconsistent booking. While he scored key victories and was involved in memorable feuds, such as his program with Murphy, now Buddy Matthews, the lack of sustained direction hindered his momentum. WWE creative decisions, including altering his gothic character into something more conventional, diluted the elements that made him stand out in NXT. A partnership in the ring and at home. Aleister Black's personal life also garnered attention during this time. especially after his marriage to Thea Trinidad, better known in WWE as Zelina Vega, in 2018. Vega, a skilled wrestler and charismatic manager, had her own share of ups and downs within the WWE landscape. Their relationship added an extra layer of intrigue to their WWE storylines, particularly when they were aligned on screen. The couple's shared passion for wrestling and performing made them a powerful duo both in front of and away from the camera. Despite the strength of their relationship, navigating a high-profile partnership within a demanding industry came with challenges. Rumors surfaced about how backstage politics and creative decisions may have placed strain on both individuals. Vega's temporary release from WWE in 2020 due to disputes over third-party platform restrictions added further complications to their public narrative. Nevertheless, the couple remained supportive of each other's careers, often sharing subtle tributes and messages on social media. The 2023 disappearance, uncertainty, and speculation. In 2023, Aleister Black suddenly vanished from WWE programming. His absence sparked widespread speculation among fans and wrestling media. Without an official explanation from WWE, rumors began circulating. Some suggested that Black had been quietly released from his contract. Others believed he had taken a personal hiatus due to burnout or dissatisfaction with his creative direction. There were also murmurings of backstage friction between Black and top executives, including Vince McMahon, who was still active in the company at the time. Adding to the uncertainty were reports of Black appearing at independent shows and participating in international wrestling events during his break. His presence at a few underground wrestling events in Europe and North America fueled the idea that he was no longer under WWE contract. However, WWE neither confirmed nor denied these appearances, allowing speculation to run rampant. WWE's internal politics and creative constraints. WWE's handling of talent has long been a topic of discussion among fans and critics alike. The company's centralized creative system, where last-minute changes and lack of long-term planning are commonplace, has been blamed for the mismanagement of many promising talents. For a performer like Black, who thrives on artistic integrity and long-term storytelling, this structure was particularly stifling. One notable example of this creative struggle was the abrupt cancellation of a planned storyline involving Black's darker persona, which had shown promise and fan interest. Instead, he was moved into a more generic role that lacked depth and contradicted the character he had spent years developing. The inconsistency frustrated not only Black, but also fans who had supported his journey from NXT. The 2025 return to SmackDown. On April 25, 2025, Aleister Black made his official return to WWE programming on SmackDown. The reaction was mixed. While longtime fans welcomed his return with enthusiasm, others expressed concern that history might repeat itself. Would WWE give him the creative freedom to express his full potential, or would his unique persona be lost once again to the ever-shifting demands of mainstream wrestling? Black's return was marked by a surprise appearance during a main event segment where he attacked a top heel competitor, reigniting interest in his in-ring narrative. His character maintained much of the mystique from his NXT days, with an updated entrance and a darker tone that hinted at a fresh creative direction. Early matches following his return demonstrated that he had not lost his sharpness or intensity in the ring. Recent injury and health concerns. Shortly after his return, however, concerns regarding Aleister Black's physical condition began to surface. During a match taped on April 30th, 2025, Black reportedly suffered a minor hamstring tear while executing a diving knee strike. The injury, while not severe, prompted WWE medical personnel to recommend a short period of rest and rehabilitation to avoid aggravating the condition. Black was subsequently pulled from a scheduled match the following week as a precautionary measure. Reports indicate that the injury is being treated conservatively and that Black is expected to return to action within 3 to 4 weeks. Despite the temporary setback, WWE officials have reportedly expressed confidence in Black's long-term role on SmackDown and are developing plans for a major summer storyline upon his full recovery. For now, he continues to appear in non-wrestling segments to maintain momentum. The role of social media and public perception. Throughout his career, Aleister Black has used social media as a tool for storytelling, often blending real-life sentiments with character-driven content. His cryptic posts, moody visuals, and poetic musings have created a digital persona that mirrors his on-screen character. This approach has helped him maintain a strong connection with his fan base, many of whom appreciate his authenticity and artistic sensibility. At the same time, social media has also been a double-edged sword. The lack of official communication from WWE regarding his status during his 2023 to 2024 absence led to rampant speculation online, including false reports about his contract, mental health, and even retirement. While Black has largely refrained from addressing these rumors directly, his silence has only added to the mystery surrounding his character. Navigating the personal and the professional. Balancing a personal life in the public eye is never easy, especially in a business as demanding and dramatic as professional wrestling. Aleister Black and Zelina Vega have navigated these waters with discretion, rarely offering intimate details, but always showing support for each other's careers. Their partnership continues to be one of wrestling's most enduring modern relationships. Recently, Vega returned to in-ring competition after a brief hiatus, and rumors suggest that a potential storyline involving both her and Black is under discussion. Whether or not such an angle materializes, their shared journey continues to be a focal point for fans who admire their resilience both inside and outside the ring. Looking ahead, a career at a crossroads. As Aleister Black's career progresses, the question remains, will WWE fully embrace the complexity of his character, or will creative missteps continue to hold him back? The wrestling landscape has changed dramatically in recent years, with rival promotions such as AEW, NJPW, and others offering viable platforms for talent to explore more creatively fulfilling roles. While Black is currently committed to WWE, the potential for a future shift remains an open possibility. What is certain is that Black's influence on the wrestling world extends beyond wins and losses. His commitment to character development, physical storytelling, and personal authenticity makes him a standout performer in an era often criticized for lacking depth. With the right support, Aleister Black could still fulfill the immense promise he showed during his early years in NXT. Conclusion: the Shadow Walker's legacy. Aleister Black's journey through professional wrestling has been anything but linear. From his rise in Europe to his NXT championship run, and from backstage frustrations to a recent injury setback, his story is filled with triumphs, struggles, and continued reinvention. His recent return to WWE has reopened the door for new opportunities, and fans remain hopeful that the company will finally capitalize on the potential that has long been evident. Whether his future lies with WWE or another promotion, Aleister Black has already left an indelible mark on the industry. His unique fusion of art, athleticism, and introspection sets him apart in a crowded field. As he continues to walk the path between light and shadow, one thing is clear: Aleister Black is far from done writing his story.